Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? And the back with, another video I'm do for today for y'all. Cause the video, and I want to do another, video about the late singer, Quindon, Tarver. Yeah, he was a singer back in the 90s, he was singing in, in this, choir, and, how he was, well-known child singer, and so he, wasn't known by him singing in the choir, how he was known by him as a big but star, and how he had died and everything. But the video I'm talking about, this how he accused on basically Marques Houston for basically touching him when he was young. So the video I'm gonna get down to the whole thing about why he accused Marques Houston. He was with a group called Immature back in the 90s, how this group, how he got, on how, he trying to accuse on Marques Houston for how he trying to blame him for, basically, touching him when he was young. So here we go, man. Okay, Tarver is a singer though from Texas, and yeah, he was, a well-known singer back then. So he put out his first album called Quindon back around '96, and how how his career had kind of had went out, went further, but how his family had went down after he accused thing he did. But I said the video, I had watched some on YouTube a couple of weeks ago, or no, probably like a month ago. Till I watched this type of documentary but of him on okay, dude name is Celebrity Underrated. He made this video about him about Quindon Tarver, how he had got accused of it was I say he accused on Marques Houston for touching him, and as I had watched the whole video, in the video he said that Quindon Tarver was got touched in the bathroom. Was basically I say with a couple of boys, and how basically how the boys that touched him, and how he got touched on by basically by Marques Houston, how Marques Houston got accused of him, of him like raping Rasbito. So I guess they accused of I guess he accused him of doing that when he was young, but and so I think I feel like he did not tell nobody that he got touched on for real, man. And so I feel like it's more of type of wild accusations that happened back then, to where like some folks knew about the whole group with Immature and B2K, and how like both groups were major stars at the time, and how how each groups got touched on by Chris Stokes and the Marques Houston. But and so I feel like Raj B had did like a type of video like back over they probably back around 2010 or 2011, I think. He did a video like calling Quindon Tarver about him being touched on by by Marques Houston. So I feel like both dudes had got accused. Yeah, I probably said that both dudes had accused Marques Houston and Chris Stokes of basically fucking them. When they were little kids, and how they kind of had been there in their head, to where they got touched on, got screwed by Chris Stokes, and so I think at the time like Chris Stokes was not over the group Immature at the time, and how Chris Stokes was the type of manager at the time. I guess I guess he was over the group back then. And so yeah, I believe it's more of a wild accusations that had went on, to where uh I probably said both dudes had accused Chris Stokes and Marques Houston of basically raping them when they was probably around 9, 10, 11, 12 years old at the time. And yeah, I believe Marques Houston was probably in his teens, I guess teens, or I don't know how old he is at the time, but and so I believe both dudes felt like angry at him, angry upset about the whole accusations and how I think like when B had had accused Christos of basically touching him over money. I feel like it's more of a type of stunt that he pulled. So I guess he want to want to tell about what happened to the world, to him while he was was on tour, on how he was. I say probably I say the group at the time, how the group got Omarion, him, J Boog, and Lil Fizz. How 4 members of the group, you know, basically I started going on tours. Basically, yeah, yeah. I probably say that both of them was major. I said R&B pop singers, I guess. I don't know how those singing, but and so I feel like So I do think like Res B felt more bitter. How how he felt bitter over the whole incident. Basically happened to him back then. How how he went in. Yeah, I feel like he would kind of want to get the thing exposed to the world to where he would got raped by Chris Stokes, man. How Chris Stokes was a big old dude. So I guess he got raped by him. But I don't know. I guess he like little boys. I don't know. I don't know if Chris Stokes like I don't like I probably say Chris Stokes like little boys or something. I don't know what he. So I kinda don't know if he gay or he likes little boys. I don't know back then, but so I don't couldn't tell I don't know even like little boys, but I don't know. I feel like it's more things. Basically, I said going on in the music industry. Like basically, music industry can be evil to how like like some things can involve children get taken advantage of, while they were young, by older people, how old people can take advantage of young kids by money for sex and so I guess they kind of got groomed, probably while they were young at the time and how them young kids got groomed by adults, so I feel like young yeah I feel like Quindon Tarver felt like he felt like he got groomed by by the fame, the money, how the money can be number one downfall is the money part. How how fame can be number one. And I probably say the fame can be a gift of courage. Especially in like like in like on like it, yeah. Yeah, I probably say like like if you or a singer out there, a single or a rapper means that you can get exposed. You can get basically. I say like say probably get taken advantage of probably by older people. Older man, older woman. But I feel like he kind of did not know that he was gonna be touched on at all, man. But so I guess when Marques on the screen felt like he been I still get accused all the time, about what he did. And so I guess he, got falsely accused of it when, he was trying to explain to people that, he did not touch Rasby or Marcus I said like Quindon or either Rasby though. And so I seen this type of interviews and on YouTube like a couple years ago to where, he had tried to say that he basically did not touch Rasby and Quindon Tarver when they were young, but and so I guess it more of a type of false rumor that went on back then to where he got exposed to the word how Rasby felt like you know and I probably say that he wants to expose Marcus for what he did to him, and so I think Quindon Tarver wants to expose Chris Stokes and him too. So about I feel like both dudes felt like they were victims at the time. So I guess over on sexual abuse or assault, what they call it. But man, I feel like things can't happen. In the music industry to where like boys can get raped by older men. It be things that going on. Based on the world, how the world can be a type of I say a bad place being. For kids who want to be kids that want to get to the music industry by them being single, but and how it could be a type of tough road. Basically, I said deal with about it being like touched on, molested by older men. Being touched on by someone. They probably be their friend or their partners or their homeboy or their you know crews, whatever. But and so I feel like things can get down and dirty, man. Especially if a person who can get exposed by them being raped, touched on. But so I feel like Quindon Tarver, didn't tell nobody when he was touched on. If his mom didn't know. So I guess I say we'll keep it secret. Take out older, basically about what caused the friction between Marques and him and the whole crew. So so I feel like he did not tell nobody for the past couple of years, man. But so it said he is dead now. Yeah, he died in that last year. That's a car wreck. And so I think Quindon Tarver had died in a car wreck, man. How he just didn't tell folks back then, about why about what caused him to be silent. So so I feel like his the whole thing about Marques and Ras B is so it's kind of more of the type of thing where things it can happen in the music industry. It could be how things I say can get exposed by people and how they can I say can get used by people, everything. But yeah, I say I pray to Quindon Tarver, man. So so yeah, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to peace. I'm out here. Take care.